It is the third day of May 2024. The energy for today is titled Spiritual Creativity. Spiritual creativity. It is about taking the time to create internally, as we have been taking the time to create externally. Okay, you want to build yourself up. You want to build your confidence. You want to build your self-esteem. Okay, you want to build your courage. But do you know that confidence and courage and discipline and self-esteem are all related? I know you know that self-esteem and confidence are related, but do you know that courage is beneficial to your self-esteem? And that it's most difficult for you to obtain a higher self-esteem without having courage. Why is that? Let me explain. So courage is what you need in order to explore yourself beyond the norm, okay? Beyond the norm, beyond the normal things that you hear about yourself. For instance, when people tell you that you cannot sing, right? This is an example. And then you go out to karaoke, then all of a sudden, people are telling you that you can sing. And the more people that tell you that you can sing, opposed to those that told you that you couldn't, you become more and more confident in your abilities, because you had the courage to go and stand up on that stage despite what anybody else said to you in your past. Sometimes the people that tell you you can't do something, I told you sometimes it's so that they can, but a lot of times it's like kind of like a passing by jokingly kind of way. You can't do this, da 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 da, because they get so comfortable in the norm of you. They get so comfortable in the norm of you, how they see you on a regular, or how you were when you were younger, and they have not consider that you're not always going to be the same, and that you're going to grow, and that you're going to change, because all things change. And so they'll say, you can't cook, you can't sing, I ain't gonna eat your food. But they don't even know that you went to cooking school. Be like, suit yourself, because I can burn in a good way. Suit yourself, you see? So you always have to be courageous and brave and bold in order to pursue a better self-esteem or a higher self-esteem, because you'll never know until you do. Okay? The norm of what people tell you about you, you have to get out of that. And look, I got this thing yesterday I was talking about, and it was about how when people say something negative to you, you have to come against that negative thing with an immediate positive response. So say, for instance, someone tells you in your face, and tell them in their face, someone tells you in your face, you're stupid. Just laugh it off. Thank goodness I'm intelligent. Somebody say, you're ugly. Oh, thank goodness I'm beautiful. Say it in their face at that moment is what I'm saying. Somebody tell you you're fat. Oh, thank goodness fat is delicious. Immediately turn that negative thing that someone is trying to put on you into a positive, and make sure you say it out loud, because when you say it out loud, it's like it's coming against those things that were trying to come against you, and those weapons fall to the ground short. Okay? You don't even receive that. So you immediately transform that negative comment into a positive one so that you can continue to think positive about yourself. Because if you consume those negative thoughts about yourself, then it'll begin to weigh you down in negativity. And once you get so deep down in that ditch of self-pity and start believing the lies that people told you, you know? So it's about overcoming those things and being courageous and getting out there and amassing your self-esteem. Okay? But in order to amass self-esteem, you have to get to know yourself. Where does discipline play in the matter of amassing your self-esteem? You have to be disciplined enough to go seek self. You have to be disciplined enough to want to figure out who you are and do the work of self-discovery. You have to be disciplined enough to get up every time you fall down. Courageous enough. And every time you're building on your confidence, you're building on your self-esteem. Because you can only be broken so much. And each time, I talked about this before, each time you're broken, you're being strengthened. But you have to be courageous enough to be and be your authentic self. You have to feed yourself spiritually today, okay? The energy for today is about feeding yourself spiritually, okay? Some words associated with today is assign, sleep, express, grouchy, delighted, and victorious. So take care of yourself. If you're feeling that you're grouchy and irritated, that's a sign that you need rest. And if you get the rest, some people around you will be delighted that you got it. Because you look, if you're fighting it, if you're fighting, you're fighting in your sleep when you sleep. So if you're grouchy in your sleep, right? So it's not affecting the people around you in your immediate environment, so to speak. Okay, they might look at you like, oh, talking in his sleep again, talking in the sleep again, you know. But if you need to rest, rest. Sometimes we get irritable when we need rest. Okay. And so other words is assign. Okay. Assign good emotions. Assign good thoughts about yourself. Assign people that you need to create the life that you want. Assign people to be your accountability partner. Okay? Because if you feel like you need help, there's always people there to support you, but assign the right people in the right places. Okay? Assign analytical people in the right place of your life when you need someone that's going to tell you the harsh truth, the uncut. Okay? All right. Assign creative people when it comes down to when you need to be creatively inspired. Okay? Assign people, places, and things. Okay? Delegate. Okay? All right. So we have victorious. All right? So express yourself. Express yourself. That goes back to what I was talking about, being your authentic self. Express yourself, and it will lead you, if you pair expression with discipline and creativity, expression, discipline, creativity, it will lead you to success and abundance. Okay? All right. So feed yourself spiritually. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Do what makes you happy and content. Refrain from doubt, because that doesn't help build your confidence. That helps you to shrivel up in fear. Okay? Focus on who you are authentically, okay? Okay. Becoming better requires thinking better. All right. So that's why we have to assign good thoughts, assign good emotions, assign good people, okay? Places and things. All right. So the overall energy for today for the world in totality is abundance, opportunity, and resources, okay? And also searching, empowerment, and fulfillment. All right? So it's finding a way to overcome and finding the resources needed. It's listening to spirit, connecting with spirit, and letting spirit be your guide. It's trying to understand why things happen, trying to get along, trying to transform. All right? Okay. So emo focuses, emo and virtue. Okay. Emo is emotions, and virtues. Okay. Emotions and virtues to focus on. I have potential, sanctuary, authenticity, and ingenuity. All right. So as far as potential goes, when you know who your authentic self is, okay, you will discover that there's potential there. Okay. You have potential. Okay. And when you step into your authentic self, that potential becomes more vivid to where you can see that potential for yourself when you step into your authentic self, because that potential is the uniqueness of you. That potential is your purpose. But in the naive state, you don't know that that's your potential. You don't know that that's your purpose, because it's often like overlooked. So it's in the waters of the mundane. Okay? But when you step into your authentic self, you do what it is that your soul and your spirit and your mind has always gravitated you towards. Okay? Okay, so also sanctuary is finding that place of your peace, okay, so that you can align with your purpose. Sometimes it requires you to create and be disciplined, and sometimes that requires you to get to yourself and alone so that you can plan, okay, and find your sanctuary or go to a sanctuary to be fed. But it's a sanctuary could be anywhere that gives you peace. Anywhere that gives you peace, anywhere that feeds your spirit. So you want to take a moment to go into your sanctuary, all right? And once you're there, be disciplined and create. Be disciplined and create. I have ingenuity, okay? Be creative, all right? All right. So some of the crystals that I have for today that are recommended, okay? We have azitulite, if I pronounced it that right. If I pronounced that right. Azitulite, okay? Azitulite. All right, can you see that? Azitulite. All right. And so it is for Let's see. They form irregular shapes, crystal. It says to project new positive energy onto the planet. All right. So, azitulite, okay? To project new positive energy onto the planet, okay? Then we have red tiger's eye, okay? It says to stand up for yourself, okay? Okay. It says you need not be combative or confrontational. Instead, like the majestic tiger red eye, imbues you with inner power to walk your sovereignty. Okay. So it says the color red imparts courage, spurring you to assert yourself with aplomb and without fear of other people's reactions. These words, I tell you, some of these words I ain't never heard before in a day in my life. Okay. And then we have desert rose, okay? Desert rose. Desert rose it has like, it's about the master touch. It says the image of the rose growing in a desert conveys something beautiful created in a barren place. We all have the ability to create something special out of nothing. Some people can use a few ingredients and make great meals, okay? Others can turn blank canvases into a work of art, okay? Turn a blank canvas into a work of art. It could be something intangible like saying the perfect words or gifted healing hands. Desert Rose can help you implement it into your life, okay? So I'm getting the sense that Desert Rose is good for turning nothing into something when you have little, okay? It's about being creative, all right? So this goes along with the energy for today, everything that I talked about. It seems like these, the suggested crystals for today are aligning with, okay? Okay, then we have the golden quartz. Let me show you what the desert rose looks like. Okay. Then we have the golden quartz, okay? It means success, okay? It's good for success. It says quartz open up the crown chakra, okay? Connecting you to the higher self, and the color gold promotes abundance and success. Golden quartz helps you to recognize the golden treasure that you truly are. When you can see your divinity and know that you deserve the highest and best, you can create success in every area of your life, okay? All right. So these all have different affirmations to it. The azulite crystal, it says, as crystal children, as a crystal child, I am here to uplift and inspire others. So crystal children were born from the 1990s to 2000s, okay? All right. So it says, for the tiger's eye, it says, I exude inner power and strength that can be perceived by others. I exude inner power and strength that can be perceived by others. Okay. The affirmation for the desert rose says, I use my magic touch and sprinkle the world with my gift. Okay. And the rose quartz affirmation says, I connect with my higher self before I take action. When I do so, everything I touch brings abundance and success. All right. Well, that concludes the daily energy for today. No, it doesn't. All right. So some words associated with today. I have vow, fog, show, how, who, gosh, hog, so, oh, of, go, oh, sh, and so. Connecting that all together, I get a sense that today is going to be a very inquisitive day, A lot of people are going to be asking questions. It's probably going to be something significant about a show in the news within the next 3 days. It'll start today and might go over a few. Okay, it might be a show about asking questions. Who knows? A possibility for missed opportunities because I see gosh, so gosh is like, gosh dang it, I should have did this. So some forgetfulness a little bit, okay, because we have fog. So some people may be like feel fog brained, and it's because they need rest, okay? Because remember, it's sleep in the main words of the day, and then so connecting sleep with gosh and fog is like when you get fog brained, you become forgetful sometimes. And so yes, so that's why I paired those together. So make sure you get some rest if you feel like you're forgetful and all of this stuff, okay? Okay, I also see vows, okay? Vows. So there might be some engagements, some contract signing, some weddings going on today or starting today, and like more so starting today and going over the next course of the few days might be highlighted in the world or highlighted in the news. And I have sow, okay? So if you have not done so, make sure you sow your seeds, okay? Not just your physical seeds in the garden, but your spiritual seeds as well, okay? Your spiritual seeds, okay? Okay, and go, all right? Right now it's okay for you to go, but around 3 o'clock, make sure you're cautious of your speed and follow the law, okay? So you probably woke up this morning thinking about something spiritual or thinking about your authentic self, and then around 3 o'clock, it's likely something political, okay? And then around 6 o'clock, spring into your creativity, okay? Spring into your creativity. And then around 9 o'clock, you could learn a language, do your studies, do your Bible study, do your Quran study, do whatever it is you study, okay? All right. Well, all right. Well, thank y'all so much. Gublewan, hearts go out.